Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with a brand new top 5 video. I want to take this time to thank you all for the support on the previous top 5s. You guys absolutely crushed the likes and crushed the comment section full of wonderful support and other video ideas in regards to this top 5. This be the case, this one has been requested heavily amongst many people throughout the comments section. So, without further ado, I now present to you all the top 5 Entity 303 sightings. Before we dive into this, please do hit that like button and allow me to elaborate and say Entity 303 is a very odd creepypasta slash myth involving Minecraft, such as if is Herobrine. Entity 303 is a very rare individual to see, and the sightings regarding Entity 303 are very slim. To be honest, I don't even know if any of these images that I've kind of gathered up are validated at all. Entity 303 is one of those things that if you do happen to see this entity with no mod, nothing enabled, it's one of the scariest things, and he doesn't stay for long. So with that aside, ladies and gentlemen, let's dive into today's top 5 of the top 5 Entity 303 sightings. Number 5. We're gonna start this off with a rather poor quality image, because honestly there's not many images of Entity 303 that look validated to any degree. So a lot of these are on Pocket Edition, and the reason why I'm on the fence about a lot of these, do I believe in Entity 303? Not exactly 100%, but I do like looking at these images. I do like dissecting them and seeing if my belief can kind of be switched over to, I guess what you could say is I am looking for proof of Entity 303. So anything that could possibly put us in the right direction, I'm definitely all for. So number 5 takes the cake here. It looks like the character is playing. He has some interesting arrows in his inventory, and the entity is right there on the hill. Now he looks kind of weirdly placed. I don't know if this is actually photoshopped, because when you have an image like this that someone already has a circle on, someone could have easily photoshopped him. So that's the thing. But this was a very rare image. His health bar is really low, and it appears Entity 303 has an axe in his hand. Now I thought this was odd, because I'm pretty sure Entity 303 never carries any sort of weapon, not that I'm aware of. So the fact that he is actually carrying an axe, very interesting. Now for a lot of people, I just want to quickly go over, while we're on this, a lot of people may not know what Entity 303 fully is. It's a creepypasta that is said to be the new Herobrine. And Entity 303 has a lot to do with the files and that of the game, and how he can appear via that. It's like weird stuff involving hacking, and just like if you have any file with 303 source codes in your game folder, chances are you have been corrupted with Entity 303, and he has the possibility to appear. Now it seems like what you're gonna see in regards to a real Entity 303 is going to be like him very off in the distance, a white blur, but these images are people that have apparently got closer looks at him. Number 4. Right here seems to be something that is taken from a mod, I believe. I'm not exactly sure, because I haven't never installed an Entity 303 mod of this sort, but he says I will never be removed, and then you have him coming out here with power. He definitely doesn't look like the Entity 303s that I've known of, and like the mods that I have seen of Entity 303, he did not look like this. So that kind of brings up the question, I don't know if this really is a mod, but I mean there's probably a 90% chance it is. If it is, guys, let me know, because we can get down to the bottom of it a lot quicker. But it says I will never be removed, and you have a bunch of like crazy projectiles around him that looks heavily dangerous, and I want to stay out of the way of that, hands down. Number 3. This one looks like he caught Entity 303. Now, I don't see nothing too out of place, but he is on a flat world. And when you're on a flat world, it instantly makes me think you're experimenting to some degree, or perhaps this is a hacker, and he somehow put Entity 303 in the game. I don't know, but it really does rely back on a mod. He seems to have a spawn egg here. I'm not exactly sure if this is like Entity 303 real close up and personal, but like I said, guys, there's not many images of Entity 303 out there, so I had to find what I could and compile it together, but to be honest, this could be part of the mod that was in the previous image as well. Like, I'm not sure on that. Number 2. Now this one is a little bit interesting as it appears he is behind this glass, and this is the Entity 303 that I know that people have reported to see quite often. And now, see, this is the thing. A lot of people leave in the comment section below that they have spotted Entity 303 in their worlds. So if you're one of those individuals, let us know in the comment section below if you have any experiences with Entity 303 peeking through your window and try, like, I really don't know why he's peeking through this individual's window. It is kind of creepy, but you could tell it definitely cannot be Photoshopped because it would be way too hard to Photoshop Entity 303 behind the glass here, in my opinion. Number 1. Now, this one is on Minecraft PC. It seems Entity 303 is taking damage on another flat world. And a lot of these haven't even been at night. Like, it's just Entity 303 appearing out of nowhere right in front of your face. Like, I think that is very odd. And, you know, with these images, I would only say like 1 or 2 of them really seemed interesting enough to be like, this could definitely very much so be something. But when it comes down to Entity 303, like I said, he doesn't really make himself appear close up, not from what I thought, but this is like the closest images that we can get of him that I happen to find. So honestly, Entity 303 is one of those things that is almost so creepy to the extent that if you do see him, you're not going to be able to capture a photo. You're not going to be able to, like, find him in your world, or he's going to be really far off and you're going to see like a white speck or a white dot, and then you're going to try to get closer and then he's going to vanquish. But yeah, and also Entity 303 seems more or less something you would see on the PC, which is why I wanted to put this one at the #1 spot on PC, just because it made sense. Entity 303 involvement in a lot of the files, it seems like it would be something that would be easily accessible from your PC game folder. So with that aside though, there it is, the top 5 Entity 303 sightings. A lot of people are requesting null, which I think I can get more evidential, like debatable photos and spottings of null, because null is, well, if you guys don't know, very creepy, all black character. But I don't know, like I said, I base these on requests, so request what top 5 you would like to see next, suggest your ideas, and your idea could be next. So with that aside, I will see you all in the next one.